Alrighty folks, welcome everybody to the Realm Leagues. We're coming at you with another CB here. Aetherium versus SpiritRealm. I'm looking forward to this. I'm better known as Hawkie. John alongside Michael Caster here. William, how are you going, William?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited here for this Realm League battle.
Yep.
So who do we have up on the screen right now?
It's a good question, William. We got Draco and a Chut here. Very well-talented players, around 2,500. So I'm looking for a nice little battle here, but we're right into action with a miss of action here. It's going to be interesting to see kind of, how this clan battle is going to go here. But right now, Chut is kind of, man, he's dishing out the pain to Draco right now. I mean, look at the health difference already. Chut is building an amazing lead. As I say that, Draco, I mean, he's cooking up on the axe here. And, Bryn is a very, it's a very strong legend. And it hits very hard as well, too. So... I think he could definitely bring this one back in its favor here, but he has to hold this stock as much as he can. It's going to be a hard time kind of maneuvering around Chut because he plays a very good neutral. I mean, wouldn't you say so, William, from what you're seeing so far? He gets a nice
I would absolutely say so. Amazing sword play from Chut here, being able to use the speed of the sword, be able to dance around Draco, and get so many hits in without taking much damage. But now Chut is here on the cannon, and cannon is a very good string weapon. Let's see if you could get in some good strings on Draco here when Draco is using the axe, which is a heavy hitting weapon.
Yeah.
And keep this lead up.
I mean, you're seeing right now he's landing a couple hits in there, which is nice, it's great. But we might be seeing that stock gonna fall here very soon. Draco hits the Sair, goes for that little pogo, but doesn't get it. Gets the recovery, just sends him up in the air. Doesn't KO actually. He's still looking for the KO option, but he's unable to get it. Oh, Caster's Curse. He gets the recovery, leads to the KO. Now has the options of weapon. Probably gonna be sticking with that spear, given like how well he did. During that last interaction there, but he's on his last stock here, William, and I mean the damage has already been done. Chut has already built a good lead for SpiritRealm here. Honestly, Chut could definitely close this one off, given look at the health that Draco's in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Chut is trying to edge guard Draco here, and is able to successfully do so, getting out the very first member of
Aetherium, yes.
Aetherium.
So now we're gonna be going on to the second member here, which is Among Us, I guess. Not to be confused with Among Us. It's Among Us, without the A.
I'm leaving.
Chillax, bro, chillax. This is actually his name. I'm not too sure. Like I've looked at his brawlhalla. I'm pretty sure like he doesn't go by any other name. I guess he goes by like Jotaro. But I think Among Us is like his name. But anyways, he's like around 24, 25. He's in the middle of 2400 right now. But honestly, Chut is doing an amazing job for holding this last stock and building a good lead.
Among Us is also getting cooked.
That is true. He is kind of getting cooked right now. Sisek was a very interesting choice coming out from him there, but Chut's gonna punish him. There gets a Sair. Delight Sair sends him out stage, and that's gonna be Chut taking that first stock. And what a lead SpiritRealm has right now, William. I mean, damn, Chut is just, with the 2 stocks that he had, he was able to take out a full 3 stocks. And this is looking very good here for SpiritRealm, but, Among Us is going to be kind of bringing things a little bit more even. Just not tying up the damage, not tying up the stock, sorry. He's just going to be keeping it to a 1 stock deficit right now. Definitely still doable here for Aetherium, I'd say, but it's going to be a task for them, as we're seeing Erebus here, Erebus Joker, coming in as our second member here for SpiritRealm. Do you know any of these guys, by the way, William? I'm not sure. Do you know any of these fellas?
I don't know any of them, except I do know Erebus Joker, and Erebus Joker is a really good player with a lot of experience and able to get out some really good stuff. I was able to watch him play ranked the other night, so this is going to be very fun to watch.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, his greatsword is definitely kind of his strong point. At least I would say. And right now, I mean, it's kind of going even for the... Oh my goodness, the Ensig. Among Us, I mean, catching me off guard there. Now has the options of weapon, sticking with the axe, rightfully so. It was really the axe that kind of like build up damage for him, really, and it was able to take out that first stock from Erebus. And right now, you're seeing the axe is going to work right now. His damage is even, and this is not what Erebus wants at the moment. Chut has built you such an amazing lead here, Erebus, and the lead is slowly slipping away. But Erebus is able to get that Delight Sair, punishing that Ensig. The exhausted recovery, you see they're coming out there from Among Us. But you see, Among Us with the axe, he's relentless, William. He's relentless. He wants to get this KO. He wants to bring this back in his favor for Aetherium.
He's very close to doing so. It is pretty much equal up now, except Mongus does have more damage. And Erebus is able to get the recovery, but it did not kill. Erebus is trying to finish it off here to be able to bring a point to Spirit Realm, be able to capitalize on a lead, get onto the next member of Aetherium. Will Erebus be able to do so, or will Mongus be able to clean this up and lead it for Aetherium? Put Spirit Realm on the ropes.
I don't know right now, but Erebus is finally able to get that recovery, taking him out, so at least, you know, the lead is somewhat being maintained right now. But Erebus, he's sticking on the Great Sword. Like I said, we're kind of known for the Great Sword. Right now, he's kind of cooking up here. This is actually the leader of Aetherium right now, Bob. We know him as Bob. You don't have to call him the Grandmaster Flash, the Furious 5. You don't have to call him all of that. His name is simply Bob.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 is doing really good on the sword right now, being able to space out Erebus and then use that Sig to be able to finish out that stock and be able to bring it to equal stocks on both teams here.
Yep, and definitely, I mean, you could feel his presence. Nyx Lover has entered into the ring here, and he's already into the bow. I mean, this is what he's kind of known for, but it's interesting that he is starting off on the Zerial and not his, you know, signature pick up the Kaya. I mean, do you know, you know Nyx Lover, right? I think everybody and their grandma knows Nyx Lover, right?
I know Nyx Lover. He's really fat, but I've never actually seen him play.
Okay, all the jokes are coming out. But damn, speaking of jokes, Nyx Lover isn't joking around. He's able to take that stock in quick fashion and is maintaining a full stock lead right now onto Bob. So it seems like, you know, even though Erebus kind of threw away the lead a little bit here, Nyx Lover is picking up the pieces here at the end of the game number 1 here. Or yeah, at least we're coming down to the end of game number 1. And he's kind of bringing this game back in SpiritRealm's favor. So, you know, the ball was lost, but at least Nyx Lover caught the ball. And now it's, you know, kind of back into SpiritRealm's favor here. But Bob, he could definitely bring this one back. He does have one stock to play with here, and he is on the sword. It's interesting that we do have a free weapon spot, and he's not going for the lance. Just as I say that, he goes and picks up the lance. Now, I don't think you know Bob too much here, but he is a lanceman. He has a level 100 Orion, actually. Very good lance player. He does play twos a lot as well, too. So it's interesting to see him that he's here on the Roland. Maybe he's just preferring the sword over the spear, to be honest. But, you know, it's the health difference is not that big, William, and he could definitely take out the second stock here. I mean, he does have a damage lead at the moment. Ooh, big down save, and that leads to the KO.
But Nyx Lover is able to respawn. I don't know what weapon Nyx Lover has primed, but there is a huge damage lead on Bob here. And that amazing Zerial Sig that has hitboxes in every single one of those areas is really broken, is able to finish it off. And game 1 goes to SpiritRealm.
It's game number 2 on our hands here. Once again, Aetherium versus SpiritRealm. Now, we haven't updated the scoreboard, of course, because in order to get a point up on that scoreboard, you needed to win a particular game. So we're still in the 3v3s. We're still in the 3v3 action here, but it might be just for this game here because Aetherium is currently down 1-0. SpiritRealm is up. They did win the first game here. We're in game number 2 here, and we are seeing some swaps here, William. Now let's talk about these swaps here. Starting off with Aetherium, Team Red, of course. We're seeing Bob actually starting off. He's given up the lance completely. He's now on the Zol. And we're seeing Among Us in that second place spot. Draco, who was actually starting off first for Aetherium in game number 1. Now he's the one anchoring. It's going to be interesting here to see how this Zol kind of, you know, ties in for Aetherium. I mean, how do you think it's going to go? I mean, it's... Oh my! Oh my!
Well, I was about to say that without the rocket lance, I'm going to be worried to see how Bob performs. But seeing that cannon string just there, being able to finish out that stock and get a pretty good lead, yeah, that was unexpected to say the least. But Chud is able to answer it back. Now it is completely equal in damage and in stocks. This is a very close game already.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely looking a little bit more closer compared to, you know, that first game where, like, you know, Chud started off with a mega lead, and especially on Draco as well, too. So it seems like at least the order swap is kind of working out for Team Aetherium at the moment here. But Bob, you know, we question this pick, this Zol pick, given that, you know, I know him for the lance, but, you know, the Zol is somewhat working out. And right now, I mean, he is at a damage deficit right now, but it's not that far off. He could definitely bring it back, especially because he is playing a legend like Zol, who has such a high attack. You know, I mean, 1 or 2 hits is equivalent to like maybe 4 or 5 hits coming in from Chut. That's how like the big of a damage difference here. You can see, look at his health. He's at red right now. All Bob needs to do is land maybe 2 hits and back in his favor. It's back in his favor.
But Chud is not gonna let Bob land those hits. As we can see here, Chud is doing really good, balancing it out. Bob did get that hit, but it was unarmed, so the damage wasn't that big. But with a weapon here, now Chud is in a disadvantaged state with the lower health. Is not able to get killed by that mare. Is trying to do anything possible to avoid getting killed. Picks up the cannon, trying to close out Bob's stock here. That weapon throw is not up to hit. Pulls out the sword. Has Bob trying to fumble in the air, trying to get back. Was able to manage to get back, landing. Chut is able to pull out an aggressive dare on the sword. And is trying to make it back to wall. For some reason, Bob saves Chut. And this is really close.
Yeah, it's really close. And like I said, different pacing compared to game number 1, which is very interesting indeed. And the DLI recovery is going to be it. And Bob is actually going to be starting off with a lead here, a brief lead in game number 1. But Erebus is going to be coming in. We didn't talk about SpiritRealm swap here. They're running the same order here, but Erebus is the swapping from the Jie Yun, going over to this Hattori now, giving up the Greatsword, which is what I know him for. I think you know him for the Greatsword as well too. And he's going now to this Hattori. He's going to be having Spear instead. How does that work out for him? But he goes for recovery, sends up Bob up straight up in the air, probably looking for DLI recovery, maybe DLI 0, maybe even a signature here to get the KO. Just a raw recovery this time takes him out, and Erebus is at least going to tie up things right now. He's able to clean out Bob, but now he's going to be fighting none other than Among Us himself. Not to confuse with Among Us, the game.
Oh my goodness. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. But Among Us is staying around in here trying to land any hit, but Erebus is able to pick Among Us into the sky using Spear. Among Us is trying to use this axe to build up some really good damage, is able to use that recovery to keep Erebus away. The damage is pretty high on Erebus now with Among Us just coming in.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. And you know, one thing I wanted to question as well too, given game number 1, I mean, analyzing game number 1 here briefly, you know, Chud started off with such an amazing lead, and Erebus was kind of the one to sell a lead in game number 1, right? Now we're seeing here where things are even. Can this be kind of what Aetherium needs to, you know, take this game, get this game number 2? Because that interaction, that first interaction with Chut, oh my goodness, what a side stick from Among Us, cutting me off completely there, was able to take off that first stock from Erebus, and now Erebus is going down to his last here and has to take out Among Us and try to bring this back in his favor. Now we're seeing Aetherium kind of really build a lead here. Can they work with it?
Yeah, very good point here. Among Us is using the gauntlet to be able to... I said gauntlet, not gauntlets. Anyway. Oh! Erebus is able to cancel out that Sig from Among Us. Among Us was able to get the options back. But this is very... They're just trading attacks back and forth. No one's really getting a lead here other than, of course, Erebus losing that stock before.
Oh.
But on the... Ooh.
Kind of just sacrifice that stock there. I mean, Among Us kind of just falling down into the void here, and Erebus is, I mean, he's gonna have this sword, but look at the health that he's at with him. I mean, it's a very orange health right now. He has a lot to come back from here. And Axe, we know the power of Axe. I mean, 1-2 hits. I mean, you're looking at red health, and you're looking at kill percentage right there. And you know, I was gonna talk about kind of just how Aetherium could definitely take this game and definitely run away with this game, because that first interaction with Bob and Chut went even, and that was concerning given that Erebus is in that. Oh my goodness, the haymaker! He faked me out. I thought he was gonna go for a weapon and then maybe just kind of dance around a little bit and go for the KO, but he just went instantly for it. Straight haymaker, showing caution out the window. Erebus is gone. Straight on the right side there, and now Nick's Lover is up now, and oh my goodness, wait a minute, oh my goodness, Among Us.
Oh my gosh, Among Us was able able to bring Nick's Lover very down, but Nick's Lover was able to make it back without losing that stalker getting gimped. But that was very scary. If I was Nick's Lover here, my mental would be a little shaken after being brought down there like that. But Nick's Lover seems to be doing a pretty good job at handling it. Able to get some pretty good strings on Among Us, keep Among Us on the ropes, gets that nice recovery to close out that stock, and now we have Draco coming back up.
Yeah, indeed, Draco. So who was the opener for coming in from game number 1? Now going to be coming into anchoring position spot here. Has to find Nick Silver. This is definitely a task at hand, but he has a little bit of easier time as his teammates Bob and Mungus is able to build a nice lead for him. He has kind of Nick Silver right where he wants him. All he needs to do is get a good hit, a good KO, maybe 1 or 2 hits actually, and then you're going to be looking for the KO here. But like I said, comparing game number 1 to game number 2 here, it's a complete swap because SpiritRealm no longer has that lead, and it still came down kind of to the wire in game number 1 here. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how Nick Silver kind of brings this one back here, because it really all comes down to this 1v1. If Nick Silver is able to clutch this one up, bring this back in his favor here, he can definitely take this game here 2-0 for SpiritRealm. But if he fails to do so, and if Draco is able to capitalize from the lead that Bob and Mungus is able to build for him so far, he can definitely bring this to game number 3 here. And that's going to be interesting. Right now, Draco is doing an amazing job, able to take out the first stock here from Nick Silver, and he's still standing pretty strong here on the second stock. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of if he can build a nice lead for himself here. But I think this is definitely the moment that Nick Silver has to step on the gas a little bit and try to see if they can get this KO. You see the Sarah's coming out. The Gauntlets, man, is flying right now. The recovery. He's getting closer to goal to kill percentage, and Draco is unable to get any hits so far.
Yeah, absolutely. We see the bow now coming out from Nick Silver here. Amazing sig hit, being able to close out that stock. And now it is so equal. Before this looked like a game 4 Aetherium, but I think that's how you...
Game 3 actually, because this is a best of 3, so... Yeah, it was definitely looking like it was in Aetherium's favor just like a moment ago, but Nick Silver bringing this one back for his team. I mean, it definitely was kind of that second stock, holding on so well on the first stock there. I think that was definitely crucial. Like not getting any damage done to that last stock. Sorry, man, these stocks are confusing me. Anyways, it's coming down to the wire regardless. It's legit. It's coming down to the last hit here. It could be definitely anybody's game. Nick Silver, though, has brought it back just a little bit here, but Draco needs to step on the gas if he wants to bring this here to game number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Silver is able to pick up the bow again, which was able to pull out the nice sig last time to close out the stock on Draco. Let's see if that could come out again after maybe a few strings to build up damage a bit more to get into kill percentage. But Draco was able to pull out the D-Light into the Sair.
Yep, on the sword.
D-Light Sair. Yep.
But yeah, it's coming out even right now. It's definitely anybody's game here, but the Sair sends him so far away. Look at Nick Silver. I mean, he tries to make it back. He does, honestly, a good end state, or maybe a D-Light Sair could KO. You're seeing he went for the D-Light there, but Nick Silver was just above. Now he has the Gauntlets in hand. We've been kind of seeing the Gauntlets game 1 and game number 2, but the 2-piece combo lands, and that's it. SpiritRealm is taking the 3s. Getting into the 2v2s here, SpiritRealm was able to claim the 3v3s in a quick fashion of a 2-0, but it was definitely a hard-fought fight here. Now we're going to be getting into 2v2s here, and we got Water Tsunami and Winter here for Aetherium on the Team Red, and Astro and Senko here coming in from Team Blue. So you know what? I'll do some honors here as we're getting into the first game to kind of introduce the opposing side of Aetherium here. Who is Winter and who is Water Tsunami? Well, they are a team that haven't played much, to be honest. They played about 20 games or so this season, yeah, they're like about diamond or so. But overall, both players are around 24-2500 in ones. They probably hit 24-25 in twos individually. But getting back to the action here, William, what's going on? While I was trying to like hype up Aetherium a little bit.
A bunch of spear recovery and ground pound. That's what I saw.
Oh my goodness, Senko. Yeah, I guess you could talk about Senko a little bit, and Astro as well. Do you know these guys, William? Astro and Senko?
I do not really know Astro, but I do know Senko. He's a pretty close friend of mine, and I've seen him play with drops quite a bit. So I've never seen him play twos, but I've seen him play ones quite a bit, and I know he's pretty good and quite a bit of a monster when playing the game.
Goodness, but speaking of mods, I mean, Astro was just about to eliminate Water Tsunami on their second stock there. But I think right now, well, you know, the blue team is sitting pretty strong as Astro is still holding this first stock very well. And Water Tsunami, who's over on this 7, is, yeah, I mean, they're not too healthy right now on their second. But you can argue the same thing here coming in from Senko. Senko, I mean, he's not doing great at the moment. I mean, look at the second stock. It's kind of matching Winter's health right now, but they're able to take out Water Tsunami as he goes down to the last here. Astro is looking to get the KO on Winter there. I mean, we didn't talk about much about Astro, but oh my god, what an alley hoop. Wait, combo? Okay, they didn't get the full of it because he hit his teammate, but yeah, I was about to hype up Astro a little bit here. Astro, he's a Nyx player. He's a Nyx one trick, kinda, mostly, I guess. But he does play some Wushang in twos. He teamed with Senko previously. I believe for it was. Let me get my information. Let me get my thing here. But they got top 32 in some tournament. I remember making a graphic with them. Let me see if I can get it. It was Summers. Not top 30, they got 33rd together, but still pretty strong placement. But getting back to the action here, I mean, what has happened with him? I've been hyping up these players, but so much has been happening. Like, I don't even know where we at right now. What's going on?
Well, they've been able to... The opposing team has had a pretty dominant lead on Senko here. Now, Astro has been able to keep up the stock pretty well, being able to avoid as many hits as possible. Is in red here, but is now in this 2v1 situation. It has to do as best as possible to avoid any hits while being able to capitalize on any hit and getting any hit, be able to close out their stock. Is trying to go for the Gimp on Winter here, is able to manage to do it. NPG was able to close out Astro.
Yeah,
what?
This is Water Tsunami. You just can call him Water.
Okay, Water Tsunami was able to close out Astro's stock there, but now Water Tsunami is in deep orange, while Astro is just on the last stock. So now it is a 1v1 situation, and Astro has a very good lead here. It's playing on the spear. You said it's a Nyx one trick, so outside of like the twos thing, it's very interesting to see the ones come out, and was able to get a really good recovery and get game 1 for SpiritRealm.
Okay, game number 2 on our hands here. Astro and Senko able to pick up that game 1, but that game 2, that game 1 kind of looked. It came down to a 2v1, which was concerning a little bit. If Winter was able, I believe if Winter didn't get Gimp, Winter and Water could have pulled off a crazy team combo to definitely take that one. But you know, game 1 aside here, we got game 2 here, and we are seeing a swap coming from Aetherium. SpiritRealm is sticking with their same picks, their same legend picks. Astro and Senko are still sticking with the Aang and the Toph here. You know, they're getting a little avatar synergy together. Yeah, we're seeing a swap coming from Aetherium. We're seeing Water Tsunami here swapping from the 7 going over to the Onyx here, which is arguably a little bit of better to his legend here. But already a huge lead coming in right now for Aetherium as they're able to, oh my goodness, wait, friendly fire. Astro taking out his teammate. That could have been definitely a bad play, but the handoff, but Senko takes a save.
Ooh. Amazing save from Senko there, stopping Astro from getting wiped, but Astro unfortunately did get wiped. But Senko is able to finish off Water and now has Winter on the ropes here, trying to clear this up and get that stock to equal up everything. But Water comes in, is able to protect Winter pretty well with these cannon until Senko is able to finish off that stock, kicking Water out of the stage. Amazing team combo from Senko until that Sig did not hit, but that got some really good damage on Winter there.
Indeed, and that's definitely what you're going to need right now, especially because, I mean, how explosive we're seeing this gameplay to be. That stomp with the Sarah Senko is going to land it on Water now. We're seeing Winter is just trying to create some distance between the blue team right now and his teammate, given that, you know, his teammate is in, you know, such a deep percentage right now, and he gets the alley hoop as well, too. Now, both of them are off stage. SpiritRealm is trying to just make it back. They do, but the unarmed NC catches. Astro was looking for a follow-up on that end line, but Senko is going to get the recovery, take them out, and now Aetherium is going down to the last here, but soon to follow. SpiritRealm can go down to the last as well. As I said, as Senko goes down, Astro may be soon to follow. The Seer lands from Water, but he's still alive somehow.
As we've seen before, Astro is pretty good at avoiding the hits and being able to build up damage without getting hit in a 2v1 situation. So was probably able to survive while Senko was taken out of the stage. He's using the spear that was very, very good last game, but Water is able to clear out Astro stock there.
Yep.
Senko is getting hit by that cannon Sig, but is not able to make it back to the stage, is on the rope without options in that Rocket Lance Ensig was able to finish that off by the Orion coming from Winter. Astro is now in another 2v1 situation here. This time is on the gauntlet instead of the spear.
Yeah, I mean, And definitely, I mean, just as we're talking about changes from last game's 2v1 to this game's 2v1, I mean, he had 2 stocks at the start, and he was able to gimp Winter, bringing it down to a 1v1 situation. So he hadn't really experienced a 2v1 with them. It was really like, he gimped him, he got the 1v1, and then he clutched up and got the win. But now you're seeing a complete different thing here, because 2 of them are on stage, and you see Winter, he's playing in the back. He doesn't want to get gimped at all. Like, he's letting Water do most of the hard work. He's letting Water get most of the damage in right now, and this is definitely going to be a harder 2v1. You're seeing Winter lands that GC down, stick the weapon throw. I don't think he can make it back. Yep, he can. That's going to be game 2 going towards Aetherium. Game number 3 on our hands here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Brawl. Same legends. Different map though. From Demon Island, we're going to be going over now to Apocalypse. Love this Apocalypse map. I love Apocalypse. Definitely a nice map. You got the platform, nice stages, all nice walls. You know, definitely a nice little default map you can go with. But yeah, once again, same picks coming in from game number 2 here. I'm definitely looking at paying attention to Senko, especially because Senko was the first to be eliminated in that game number 2. I'm definitely looking at his performance here and seeing, you know, it seems like kind of he's the one to, you know, kind of not really be able to pull his weight into 2v2s as much. You know, that could be argued, but getting into the action now, I mean, already first stocks is, you know, gone from Team Aetherium right now, and SpiritRealm is starting off with a nice lead, but I think same could be I think it was the same thing that happened in game number 2. But 2v2s is just that chaotic, man. It just anything can happen. Just as I say that, Water Tsunami is able to take out both Astro and Senko, bringing this to such an even game right now.
Yeah, this is very close. There is a damage lead on Team Red here, but it is not that big, as well as seeing as Astro is now in the same damage range as them. Senko is actually the most one up right now, which is a very difference from the last game. But Senko is able to get caught in that team combo. Astro is able to finish off that stock on Water. Senko is here, being able to pull out that Stomp Sair on Winter. Winter was able to make it back to stage, but is in such low damage that recovery from Senko was able to be dodged through. But it's still very, very scary for Winter here.
Nice delay into the Nair. That's just nice damage, but NC, huge NC coming in from Senko. Able to take out Winter now. And you've seen Water Tsunami, he's running for his life. He does not want to get hit whatsoever because he's on his last. He's at orange right now. But he gets a nice D-Light Nair, and it takes out both Astro and Senko. Just one Nair is all it takes. One move is all it takes, and he brings us back into even stock right now. It is still doable if Water Tsunami is able to hold his last stock for as long as he can.
Yeah, that's very true. What I have seen is that Senko has been playing a lot better than the last 2 games here. It's probably trying to shake up the weight more, being able to perform better and not just be wiped and make Astro have to deal with a 2v1 situation. Which now, speaking of a 2v1 situation, here we have Winter having to deal with both Senko and Astro at the same time. Astro does not have a weapon though, but is able to pick up the gauntlets. And now Senko has the hammer while Astro has the gauntlets. A huge weapon and also a really good fast weapon. So Winter needs to be very careful here. He's not able to get caught in a team combo, but amazing weapon throw coming from Astro here. Senko is able to touch well, but
Huge down sig lands, and Senko is going to be taking game number 3 for his team. All yours,
we're
man.
entering into our game 4 here now, where Senko is able to just finish off the game 3. Is an amazing down sig on the gauntlets. But here we are now into our game 4, and already we're seeing them focus Senko a lot. But Astro is not letting them do so. It's just been a lot of hits going back and forth. They've all been on top of each other.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, these players are not giving each other a break. There's no time to be like, you know what, let's take a little break. Let's take a little second of breather here. It's just action after action after action. And it's just intense back to back to back to back sets. And just as I say that, we're seeing stocks flying. Winter's gone, Astro's gone, and Senko and Water Tsunami are left on the field here on their first stock still. But look at Senko's health right now. He's deep in the red. Compare that to Water, where Water is still holding his stock and he's at orange right now. Could definitely, I mean, yeah, it could definitely be useful here for Team Aetherium in this game at number 4, I believe, when it is 2-1 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Water. I didn't see what happened. I just saw that water died there.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that either. I was updating the scoreboard actually with the victories. But yeah, so right now, I mean, it is pretty even across the board. Oh, but what a tsunami, he saves his teammate. Little team combo here they're able to do. You know, one thing that I've noticed between, like, at least comparing to these two teams here, you're seeing Senko and Astro, they're going for more synergized plays. You're seeing, like, more little team combos, nothing too big, nothing too flashy. But oh, speaking of flashy, that ground pound was pretty neat. Able to get out Astro there. Now going down to last stock. Combo. Wait a minute. Hold up. They're showing us some synergy here. I was about to say Aetherium. We're not seeing much synergy from them, and maybe that could be because, you know, they haven't played much shoes together as a team. But what we're seeing mostly here coming in from Team Aetherium is they're playing these weapons like Cannon and Lance, which has amazing stage control, and they're able just to control the stage so well. And I feel like Astro and Senko is just having a harder time into just finding hits in and finding the right moves and just really getting anything huge started and really getting those big team combos. You're seeing the kind of 1-2s, you're seeing the potential there for SpiritRealm, Team SpiritRealm here in the 2s, but you're not seeing anything massive because just Water Tsunami and Winter is just controlling the stage right now, like we're seeing here with this cannon, with this lance, and it's just Senko and Astro can't compete.
As you say, they can't compete. Senko is still in the second stock, by the way.
Yeah.
Everyone is down to 1. Astro is in red, but Senko still has a full other stock. Master's Curse. But nonetheless, that was still a pretty good thing from Senko, being able to build up damage while having that advantage state. Astro is in a bit of trouble here though, but was able to touch wall, was able to make it back to stage. Let's see if they can pull out anything. Senko hit Water too late. Water was able to land that hit on Astro, but Astro is able to make it back. Amazing gravity cancel sidelight.
Yeah, but I mean, look at this right now. No way! The GC end line, the recovery catches for Winter, and now first time here, 2v1 position once again, and now Senko is in this position. Before, it was 2 games, like the previous games before, it was, oh my god, what a down sig, and that's gonna cut me short. Winter and Water Tsunami is gonna be taking this game. Game number 5 on our hands here. Winter and Water Tsunami, you know, proving to them that no matter, we don't play ranked together often, you know, we're still a crazy team. And, I mean, he's just chaining up the nairs right now. Winter, oh my goodness, Water Tsunami sending him out over to the edge there. The ground pound, wait a minute, Astro is in deep danger, but he makes it back. Senko with the interrupt. Now,
Astro for some reason hits Senko off stage, but they're both able to make it back.
I'd be concerned if I'm Astro right now.
Astro is in a bad place after that. Maybe before. Water is able to finish off Astro's stock there. Senko does not get KO'd there. Is able to keep the stock up, but was able to get this. But the Winter was able to manage to get that stare on the Rocket Lance, finishing that off. And now there's a pretty good lead for Team Red here.
Yeah.
Aetherium is not looking good at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this went down to the game 5, so, you know, both teams have the capability in order to win this here. I don't want to count out Astro and Senko just as yet here, but the damage is racking up pretty huge right now. And I mentioned something in game in the past game where we saw just kind of Winter and Water Tsunami just really control the stage so much on this Lance and Cannon, and we're just getting a prime example of this right now, where Astro and Senko, they just can't compete because Winter and Water Tsunami are crazy. The down stick takes out Senko, already down to the last, and not a stock has fallen here from Team Aetherium. Not a stock.
Wow. Not a stock is crazy, but yeah, Cather's Curse was able to take out, well, oh, never mind, not both those stocks?
Yeah, I believe
he lived.
No. You see, he did live from that, but then afterwards, Winter realized, like, okay, I'm that deep, I'm not gonna make it back. So he does the strategic thing to come back as soon as possible for his teammate to prevent that 2v1 position. That's just good awareness from Winter. He just goes off stage and then comes back as quickly as possible for his teammate to come. So he can support his teammate in a sense. So
that's a very good call out. I don't play twos, so I would have no idea. That's very good to know.
Yeah, good to know indeed. But oh my goodness, Winter is showing us what Astro.
Oh
no! Not the ground pound into the Sultan. Aetherium is going to be taking the 2v2s. Okay, folks, we're going to get into the 1v1s here. We got the best of the best. Well, not really the best of the best. At least whatever. Okay, yeah. What Bop and me, Bop and Hawkie, they decided that, you know what, we're gonna be bringing out these players here, Interstellar and Nor, for the 1v1s here. This is gonna be our final match. Yeah. You know, Aetherium able to take the 2s, SpiritRealm able to take the 3v3s, and yeah, it's gonna come down to these two last players here to kind of be the deciding factor for which clan is gonna be taking this clan battle here. And already starting off, it's pretty even across the board here. We're seeing Interstellar starting off on his Orion. I've seen his Orion, you know, his Orion plays throughout kind of you know, multiple clan battles, multiple tournaments. It's a pretty crazy Orion, but that ground pound connects on Nor, and that's actually going to be enough to take out that stock there in a pretty quick fashion. About less than 50 seconds into the game here. Interstellar is at a deficit right now here, William.
Yeah, Nor still is in yellow on that first stock, while Interstellar is now already pretty equal in damage on the second stock, so a very good lead for Nor here, but Interstellar seems to be taking it back with these quick spear attacks. That nice weapon, another nice weapon throw to just put some space in between, get some damage in. Nothing finisher, but something just to build it up for a finisher in a bit.
Yeah, indeed.
Being able to space out Nor pretty well.
Yeah, but I mean, Nor, look at the damage that he's able to input right now. It's just so overwhelming that he's actually tied it up in damage right now, and this is not the position you want to be in, especially if you're Interstellar, because you're down a full stock right now. This armed as well to that down state doesn't hit, but the nice two-piece combo into the weapon throw. The weapon throw not connecting a little, but that two-piece combo did. Picks up the spear, gets the D-Light into the Seer, leads to the combo, and instantly throws it off. And now I believe he has that Lance Prime. Never mind. Yes, he has a Lance Prime for the next time as well, too. But, man, look at the damage. Like I said, already being done. Two-piece combo. That's his stock gone, and now a full stock lead coming in from Nor. This is a pretty crazy game, pretty crazy first game to start off. And I do have a little bit of inside information as to who is Nor. Nor does play more so Gauntlets, so it's interesting that we're seeing him over on the site now and not the Gauntlets. But he is a 2300 actually, with only 36 games. I believe it's like 29 to like, I don't know, 7 losses. So he definitely has potential to grind and just improve and become, you know, a better player here. But he is doing a wonderful job against someone like Interstellar, who's like 2500, 2600. You know, pretty crazy guy, and he has a lead right now over on him. So pretty crazy stuff. But Interstellar is slowly making it back. He's holding this last out for as much as he can. He has the spear in hand. Can he get this KO? Can he get this stock out here, William? Do we believe?
Well, it's a brawlhalla match, so there's always a chance to believe, because anything could happen, like that amazing gravity cancel unarmed Ensig coming from Interstellar here.
But I didn't connect. He didn't connect into anything, bro. You see, one thing about Interstellar, I'll just tell you, he does play for the highlights. He plays for the TikTok, to be honest. Even though we're supposed to be live on Twitch, bro, he plays for the TikTok. Like, that's the kind of guy that he is. He plays for the clips. And it's a very mental breaking kind of play style, because he just plays around so much. Like, this guy, if he wasn't in SpiritRealm, he'd be in O Cafe like doing clips for them, I swear. But anyways, we're about to come down to the last seconds here. Oh my goodness, Nor able to get that KO in quick fashion. That's gonna be game 1 going towards Aetherium. Game number 2 on our hand here. Nor and Interstellar. We're going to be seeing Interstellar making a swap over from the Orion into the Sentinel here. I'm not too familiar with his Sentinel, but a little birdie in my ear has told me that Interstellar has been playing Sentinel in ranked recently. So no surprise here, he's bringing out his ranked legend against none other than Nor here, who's sticking over on the Mordex. Had a great performance in game number 1. A pretty crazy start here in this. Oh my goodness, wait. Is he lagging? Question mark.
It's for the TikTok.
It's for the TikTok? Wait, it seems like he's back. You know, great sportsmanship coming in from Nor.
Hello, like the background of this map.
Oh yeah, I didn't even. I forgot that there's a hello in the background of this map mod. Oh my goodness! Wait, Interstellar is giving a warm welcoming to Nor. I mean, courtesy his guitars right now, because his guitars is popping off. And Interstellar, I mean, maybe he was lagging a little bit. Maybe he has a little bit of connection issues. I mean, we are on an online setting, so makes sense. But outside sig, oh my goodness, just takes that stock away. And Interstellar is looking pretty strong right now in his game number 2. He's hopped over to his rank 3. No styling around, no playing around here, because he is down to take this win here for SpiritRealm. He is the nominated guy for us. This is our 1v1 in here, and he's showing Nor right now the business, because these guitars is cooking right now. And oh my goodness, look at the lead. It's honestly game number 1 looked like this exactly, but in Nor's favor. Legit, where there was a full stock lead, but now Nor is able to at least capitalize on that first stock, taking out Interstellar. Now he's going to be going down to the second, weapon serving him as well too. All that courtesy at the start there, he's like, no more, man. You were styling enough, you had your time, but Interstellar, man, he's out for blood. He gets a side stick, the down stick doesn't connect. Nor is just going crazy and ham on the side here, William.
Yeah, very interesting, because the first stock of Nor, we finally saw those gauntlets you were talking about instead of the scythe, and it was able to do well until Interstellar locked in on those guitars, which I would like to say the Sentinel pick is wild, because you never see Sentinel players, but they have Sentinel has some of the strongest SIGs in the game, very underrated, and it's very nice to see someone as good as Interstellar being able to rock it and show it off. Maybe we could get a few more Sentinel players in queue.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I was even like I remember like one day ago or something like that. I was looking at like some of the legends. I'm like, wait a minute, who in the God's heaven plays Sentinel, bro? Like when I think about Sentinel, I mean, there's only like 1 or 2 people that pops up. Like there's this guy, I think 50. I think he plays 7. Not 7. Sorry, he plays Sentinel. Triptop also plays Sentinel, I believe, at one point. But like, it's like it's really a dying breed right now. So see Interstellar over on the Sentinel, especially the A-Train Sentinel as well too. this is actually the A-Train.
An insane statement.
But nice down sig, able to take out. No, not able to take out.
Not take out. Interstellar is able to make it back because Interstellar is good. Interstellar's up next.
Yeah, he's actually up next here. He goes for the down stick, but doesn't KO. Sair, though, maybe that's enough. D-Light recovery. Oh, I didn't think he had enough options to make it back. So maybe he doesn't go for that D-Light ground pound, but that's very interesting indeed. Now he has a hammer here, and definitely, I mean, easier kill option. He doesn't even need a hammer. D-Light ground pound, leads to KO. Interstellar going to be taking this game. Let's get to it. Interstellar is still sticking on this pick, and we're seeing now a swap for the first time here, where Nori is going to be going over to the Mirage. We said before that, you know, we know about his gauntlets, at least that's his most kind of played weapon, I believe at 64. Actually, no, that's such a lie. He's probably a console account. I saw 64 hours. I was like, no way this guy has 64 hours over on gauntlets. Like, you at least have to have 100 hours or something like that. Were they lagging? I think they were.
I have no idea.
I think we're back though. Yeah, it seems like we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back in action here, folks. Don't worry about it. Let's see now. Interstellar and Nor. Yeah, Nor starting off on the Spirit. We talked about the gauntlets a little bit here. It's interesting that we're seeing him swap off from the Mordex and now sticking with the Mirage here. I mean, definitely interesting indeed. But Interstellar currently has, you know, the damage lead at the moment. That NSIG doesn't connect, but the punish from Interstellar, great punish. Stomp into Sair. Now looking to juggle weapons, but just is unable to do so. Going to be having to stick on the guitars, forced to stick on the guitars actually. We're going to be seeing this side, which is a shared weapon between the Mordex and the Mirage here. Ooh, nice ground pound. Takes him out.
Ooh, amazing ground pound. Something I would like to call out. It's very interesting that Noir kept Miami Dome open as a map to be picked after Interstellar was up to have such a dominant win on this map before. So that we're back here in our game 3.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, right now it is pretty even though, which is a little bit concerning for me. We are on what do you call it? This is our game number 3, I believe, right?
3.
Yeah, game number 3, and yeah, I mean, it's anybody's game here at the moment, but right now Nor has a lead, and it's a little concerning right now. But oh my goodness, what a well-placed Sair! Interstellar stuffing the recovery, now has the options of weapon, and he's gonna be taking that second stop, and he's gonna be sticking on the guitars. And like we've seen kind of throughout last game, this game as well too, the guitars has been popping off, but Nor is gonna answer back, even it up. Only just a slight little damage lead coming in for Interstellar at the moment, but he's gonna actually snag the weapon and force Nor to be a little bit weaponless for the moment being. But no damage. Interstellar isn't able to capitalize as Nor picks up the scythe here, and I don't know. Maybe he starts cooking on the side. Who knows? Oh my goodness, that could have been it. Wait, no. Interstellar's just, yeah, he just goes by him and he makes it backstage. Down stick here maybe. What, the ground pound? Yeah, game.
Everyone.
Pretty interesting last game there, where kind of Nor basically SD'd there, but what can we say? I mean, it's everybody's been lagging, man. Even I've been lagging. William, have you been lagging?
Only on Europe servers would I face you.
You see, you see how long it took him to respond to that? That's when you know he's lagging. Like, it took so long for him. But anyways, Interstellar here, Nor. Game number 4. This could definitely be the last game here for Aetherium. The ground pound, oh my god, it almost connected. But Handshake does. Man, Interstellar is just so relentless on this guitars. Honestly, I got my notepad and pen out. I'm taking notes right now from Interstellar. It's sehr well placed as well, too. The weapon throw. Wait, the weapon throw connects. But Nor makes it
I'm gonna
back
need to hit
somehow.
this guy up after to get some guitar tips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Now he's just going unarmed. He just doesn't care, and he gets the KO. The first strike is out now. Now he has the options of weapon. Gonna be sticking with the ult. Oh, he almost faked me. I thought he was about to jump off.
It's Aura. Trust.
Yeah, it seems like he's lagging. You see he's just kind of throwing options up in the air. Maybe he's back, hopefully, I guess. Oh my god, that says it could have been devious. He's able to get the recovery into the on our end line. But Nora kind
What
of
you
had him on
call
the
lag,
ropes.
I call tech.
What I call lag. I guess so, man. It's all about the mind games, right? And that's what Interstellar lives for the mind games. That's how he plays. He plays, like I said, for the TikTok. We've seen many on many occasions him just going for just the style points. He's in it for the style, but you know, Interstellar kind of just proving that, you know, he has a win in the bag, but he could kind of just, you know, go for the clips, you know, go have some fun. Interstellar is about that kind of fun play style, at least for him, not for his opponent. His opponent could just be raging, breaking their keyboard, breaking their monitor. He doesn't care. Once he's having
for
fun.
your TikTok.
Once he gets the views, once he gets a TikTok uploaded at the end of the day, Nor could be like, I don't know, without a controller, without a, like a keyboard or anything, like, he doesn't matter. But anyways, back into the game here. Huge lead coming in from Interstellar in this game number 4. And this is now what Aetherium wants at the moment, especially if you're on match point. If this is a 1v1, it comes down to this. But Nor could have gotten that. Oh my goodness, but he doesn't. And another well-placed Seer leads to the KO. And William, time after time, we've been seeing just well-placed options coming in from Interstellar. I think, honestly, Interstellar isn't ahead of Nor at this point.
Yeah, Interstellar's the GOAT. Has a full entire stock lead advantage. How much damage done on him whatsoever? Thor is probably stressing out so bad right now.
Indeed, I mean,
Oh man.
you're on your last stock here. You know, they kind of had maybe some lag issues in that last game. You see they kind of jumped off. I don't know, maybe they're experiencing some of that right now, but kind of Interstellar, you know, he has a full stock lead at the moment. And if I'm Nor right now, and if my whole clan is banking on me, you know, I don't know what I'd be doing right now, but he's trying his best to make a comeback for as much as he can here, but man, the damage has already been done. Even if Interstellar goes down to his last here, even if Noah is able to get, you know, Interstellar's second stock here, you see he went for that end stake there. He's currently weaponless. The damage is somewhat in Interstellar's favor. Yeah, you know, it's just so rough right now for Aetherium, and it's honestly, is he about to SD again? No way, endline after
I just
endline.
Interstellar let him land and get the options back. That was really cool.
You know, Interstellar has this signature combo of like a weapon throw into is it a weapon throw D-Light into pickup recovery? Like he has
I
a
think
signature
he's like-
combo. You see, look, he's going for it right now. I knew it. And then the burrito emote, he failed to got the combo out. But man, he's really just going for the style points. He has a hammer though. What can he get, man? Ground pound takes him out. And yeah, I mean, last shot situations, I mean, anything could kill this one. I think he's just too, yeah, he's too damaged right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one out. What's going to be the option here, Interstellar? What's going to be it to close it out? You seeing Nor, he's cooking a little bit too much. That's going to be the recovery. Game foreground, it was Interstellar 2-0. Not 2-0, sorry. 2-1. Coming in for SpiritRealm. Congrats to them in winning this Realm League battle.